Hi, and welcome to the Bottom Culture Club. I am your host, Aletha, and I am back on this Wednesday with a quick pick of the shelf. This morning, I picked up Toni Morrison's The Bluest Eye, opened immediately to page 77, and I wanted to read with you the short excerpt. I also want us to have an opportunity to discuss down in the comments if possible. So any part of today's excerpt that resonates with you, any part that you would like to share or add to, please feel free to comment below. All right. It begins. Creeping between the bushes and the side of the house, we heard voices and laughter. We looked into the living room window expecting to see Mama. Instead, we saw Mr. Henry and two women. In a playful manner, the way grandmothers do with babies, he was sucking the fingers of one of the women, whose laughter filled a tiny place over his head. The other woman was buttoning her coat. We knew immediately who they were, and our flesh crawled. One was China, and the other was called the Maginot Line. The back of my neck itched. These were the fancy women of the maroon nail polish that Mama and Big Mama hated, and in our house. China was not too terrible, at least not in our imaginations. She was thin, aging, absent-minded, and unaggressive. But the Maginot Line, that was the one my mother said she wouldn't let eat out of one of her plates. That was the one church women never allowed their eyes to rest on. That was the one who had killed people, set them on fire, poisoned them, cooked them in lye. Although I thought the Maginot Line's face, hidden under all that fat, was really sweet, I had heard too many black and red words about her, seen too many mouths go triangle at the mention of her name to dwell on any redeeming features she might have. Showing brown teeth, China seemed to be genuinely enjoying Mr. Henry. The sight of him licking her fingers brought to mind the girly magazines in his room. A cold wind blew somewhere in me, lifting little leaves of terror and obscure longing. I thought I saw a mild lonesomeness cross the face of the Maginot Line, but it may have been my own image that I saw in the slow flaring of her nostrils, in her eyes that reminded me of waterfalls in movies about Hawaii. She yawned and said, "Come on, China, we can't hang in here all day. Them people be home soon." She moved toward the door. Frieda and I dropped down to the ground, looking wildly into each other's eyes. When the women were some distance away, we went inside. Mr. Henry was in the kitchen opening a bottle of pop. "You back already?" "Yes, sir." "Cream all gone?" His little teeth looked so kindly and helpless. Was that really our Mr. Henry with China's fingers? "We got candy instead." "You did, huh? Old sugar-tooth Greta Garbo." He wiped the bottle sweat and turned it up to his lips, a gesture that made me uncomfortable. "Who were those women, Mr. Henry?" He choked on the pop and looked at Frieda. "What you say?" "Those women," she repeated, "who just left. Who were they?" "Oh," he laughed, the grown-up getting ready to lie laugh. A he-he we knew well. "Those were some members of my Bible class. We read the scriptures together, and so they came today to read with me." "Oh," said Frieda. I was looking at his house slippers to keep from seeing those kindly teeth frame a lie. He walked towards the stairs and then turned back to us. "Bet not mention it to your mother. She don't take so much Bible study and don't like me having visitors, even if they good Christians." "No, sir, Mr. Henry, we won't." He rapidly mounted the stairs. "Should we?" I asked. "Tell Mama?" Frieda sighed. She had not even opened her Powerhouse bar or her potato chips, and now she traced the letters on the candy wrappers with her fingers. Suddenly, she lifted her head and began to look all around the kitchen. "No, I guess not. No plates are out." "Plates? What you talking about now?" "No plates are out." The Maginot Line didn't eat out of one of Mama's plates. And besides, Mama would just fuss all day if we told her. Okay? So let me know what you think about that short excerpt from Toni Morrison's The Bluest Eye. This is her first novel, written in 1977. The short excerpt about Frieda witnessing a clandestine meeting at the house with Mr. Henry, and it appears to be Women of the Night, China and the Maginot Line. Okay, drop me a comment below about how this resonates. Okay, and I'll be back very soon with another pick of the shelf.